Yeah, hi, I'm Aaron Armandson calling from Seattle, Washington.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just
I
there.
saw you Sunday night in Seattle. Emmylou, you were outstanding. It was wonderful.
Thank you. It was a beautiful hall.
Thank you, thank you. I'd like to know how much of your new album is autobiographical?
I've been trying to figure out a percentage there because I get asked that question a lot. Some of it is. I know that's you know, pretty non-committal, but I had some song ideas before I came up with Sally, the character Sally Rose, and I gave her some of the same experiences that I'd had, some of the same feelings, and then I made up a lot of it. So I can't really be specific about it. It's been mixed and you know, it is what it is now, and to try to go back and try to figure out those things, I couldn't say.
In one sentence, for all the folks who don't know the album, can you tell what the storyline is in a
One
sentence?
sentence?
Yeah, in a sentence.
It's the story of a young girl singer who falls in love with another singer. He is killed, and she sort of carries on with his music and eventually comes to a certain peace within herself.
Okay, now, that's a good, you did it. And that's the end of the show, and you can go home now. That was terrific. Now, here's the question. There is a little bit of, or a lot of bit of parallel in your own life.
Yeah, yeah.
You had, at one time were a protege and sang with
Graham Parsons. And he died in 1973. And he did influence me greatly.
Okay. So some of the feelings have to be there. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not denying it. I'm guilty.
You'd be proud?
I'm guilty of being autobiographical.
Being proud. You have to be autobiographical.
Well, that's what I mean. Any time that you write, even if you make up something completely, you have to draw on, even thinking about how would I have felt in this situation or what would I have done. So, you know, you enter into it.
We got another folk in here. Hi there, you're on Late Night America?
Yeah, hi. This is Andy down in St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Well, good to have you here.
Well, I bet you got nice weather down there.
I want to tell her that she's a real great one down here. She got real popular with the video short that was on HBO, where she walked out on that soldier bum. I don't know the name of the song, but
I want to find out about that.
Mr. Sandman. He's talking about Mr. Sandman.
But what I wanted to ask her from that was if she considered being an actress, because she is a born natural.
Oh.
My main question was...
Listen, if you had been there and seen what poor Ethan Russell, the director, had to go through to get me to look natural, I'm much more comfortable holding my guitar and standing, you know, on stage and singing with a band behind me. But I appreciate the compliment, and you know, I'd like to think that I could act, but I'm not so sure.
Well, you have you photograph beautifully.
Oh, thank you.
And you have a nice manner. You know, I was on a program up in Boston with Eddie Rabbitt, and I was off in the green room and I was watching him, and I was just saying, he'd probably do very well in films. You know, there was a kind of an easiness in their manner, and I see the same in you. Oh, they'll probably come to you and they'll say, want to do something called The Ballad of Sally Rose, and you'll do it.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. Has anybody asked you?
I'm not talking.
Oh, did I strike a little nerve there? Oh, is it going to be Warner Brothers?
It's nothing specific. There's just some interest.
Well, you'd be proud of it. You can be guilty of being autobiographical and also guilty that you have interest. This should be a film. There's no question about that.
Well, let's just make it a record first.
Okay. Now, in order to make it a film, friends, you're all going to have to get the record first. How much is a good seller for an album like this? 50,000, 100,000, 200,000? What would be good?
Why, that's hard to say.
This would be country, in the country charts. Would it be?
I would imagine about maybe 250,000.
250,000 albums?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. Hi there, you're on Late Night America?
Good evening. This is Gordon Stewart from Waterford, Michigan calling.
Hello.
Hi. Good show, Dennis.
Thank you.
Pleased to see you and talk to you, Emmy. I'm one of your biggest fans, of course. Ex-Marine here from Quantico, Virginia.
Hey, I spent a lot of time at Quantico.
Yeah, well, I did as well when I came back from overseas.
Yeah.
Well, the point I wanted to make is that I used to drive for Sonny Terry. I'm one of the top harp players in Michigan. If you ever need a job, I'm available.
All right.
My question is, are you ever going to play with, do any songs by Delbert McClendon or Rodney Crowell again?
Oh, boy, that's hard to say, you know, because I'm such a big fan of theirs. If there's a song that's right for me, I'd be the first one, you know, to jump on it because, you know, I'm sort of head of the Delbert McClinton Rodney Crowell fan club unofficially. So I'm glad you're aware of them because they're really fine, both performers, singers, and writers.
I get the feeling that country artists are more apt to pick up other songs and that they really consistently look for good material. Whereas some of the stuff on the rock charts, you know, they write them themselves and they want to keep it that way.
Well, you know, I don't know what to say about that because the song is very, very important in country music. It is country music. I mean, you've got to have that lyric and you've got to have that song. And he was talking about two very fine writers.
Mm-hmm. Would they have written a song that we might know about?
Well, I did Two More Bottles of Wine, which was a #1 record for me, and that was written by Delbert McClinton. Rodney Crowell, I've done quite a lot. He used to be in my band, and I did Leaving Louisiana and The Broad Daylight and Till I Gain Control Again, and even Cowgirls Get the Blues, and quite a lot of his material, actually.
Okay. Now, the single in this album is White Line, isn't it?
Right.
I've been hearing that all the time. They've been playing it over there. Hi there, you're on Late Night America?
Yes, hi, this is Andy. I'm calling from Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore.
Tell Emmylou that we really missed you at Meriwether Post Pavilion last year.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward 2 weeks from now to seeing you at the Kennedy Center.
At the Kennedy
Quick
Center,
question.
yeah.
A lot of my friends are into rock and roll, and they didn't really understand how I like the country artists, but when you recorded 2 Bruce Springsteen songs, they really went nuts. What was it about Racing in the Streets and The Price You Pay that you really liked?
Oh, God, well, it's the song, you know. The man writes incredibly beautiful, such beautiful poetry in his lyrics. And his melodies are so melodic, so beautiful. I find his music, I'm a really big Bruce Springsteen fan.
Is he a happy person?
Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah.
I think I don't know him.
Oh, you don't?
I met him, but I don't know him, but I have a feeling he's probably happy.
Yeah, on his concerts, he just
makes
puts
so
off
many
so
people
much
so happy.
energy and
He
so
would
much
have to be
enthusiasm. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Hi there, you're on Late Night America?
Hi, this is Dee Williams from Dale City, Garfield. Emmylou used to go here. She graduated from Garfield High School.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait a minute, Garfield where?
High school in Woodbridge, Virginia.
In Woodbridge? Are you one of her teachers? One of her classmates?
I'm a great fan.
Oh, isn't that nice?
I wanted to ask Emmylou where her pink guitar came from. Who designed it?
All right. The pink guitar is actually a 56
Chevy.
a blonde. Yeah, actually it was a Chevy. It's 56 Chevy pink. It's a 56 blonde J200 that belonged to Paul Kennerly, who co-wrote the album with me. And he had it painted pink and customized for me for my birthday last year.
Look nice. Hi there, you're on Late Night America?
Yeah, my name's Mary Beth, and I'm from Seattle, too, and I just saw you the other night, and you were fantastic.
Oh, well, thanks.
And what I wanted to ask you is, are you and Dolly and Linda Ronstadt ever going to do a whole album or ever do a concert together?
Oh, I wouldn't count on it, you know, because it's so hard to find the time. They sang on my album, this album, my new album, and in order for them to do it, they had to come in at separate times because they were so busy. And they were kind enough to each take 2 days out of their busy schedule, but we couldn't do it at the same time. And you can imagine what doing, you know, a whole album would be like. We'd have to set aside, you know, a couple of months and synchronize our schedules. And in this business, it's pretty much impossible. So, but we did do some things together, and I'm sure there will be things in the future, but perhaps more like one shot at a time.
Okay. I don't really have time to sneak in another phone call here because I do want to tell the folks where you're going to be. You've moved now to Nashville? Mm-hmm. And how does that feel?
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. It's a nice town, nice, good, solid southern town.
I love it down there. I've only been down there once,
Yeah.
but I really fell in love with it.
Yeah, I like
People
the
are
South.
nice.
Real nice people.
Now, is that a big difference from Los Angeles?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I like Los Angeles, but you don't get the real feel of a community or a town. At least I didn't.
Yeah.
And it's sort of a lot quieter down there. Not a whole lot to do, but not many distractions.
Well, you make something
And,
happen.
Well, I don't want anything to happen.
Do you just want to relax a little bit?
No, I just like doing my work and, you know, being with my kids.
Just hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay. Kids? How many?
2.
2. Okay, good for you. Royal Oak Saturday the 23rd, Chicago, Kansas City, New York, Washington, D.C., whole lot of other cities. The Ballad of Sally Rose. We thank you for being with us. You go home and get some sleep, huh?
All right.
Okay, we'll be back in 5 minutes.